Hi, I'm Debi Derryberry, and you are listening to the Tim and Josh Show. Got a blast!
Josh is a huge fan of JayJay the Jet Plane. It was like his number one show growing up.
That
So
is so funny. I was just
Tim,
trying to get a hold of somebody. I called this company for Trilogy Animation Group, which
Oh.
owns the rights to JJ, and they said, "No, we're a medical narration animation company. Sorry, bye," and they hung up. But I thought Trilogy Animation owned it. I was talking to my old producer on JJ, and I think it's time for a new one. I mean, we made a new pilot. We were trying to pitch it.
Oh.
So, Josh, you need to come to LA and pitch the show.
okay, I
Oh.
can do that. I can do that. Well, I guess the first question is, how did you end up getting into voice acting?
Gosh, well, I was a pre-med at UCLA,
Hmm.
and I always sang country music, and I would hang out in my stairwell in the dorm and write songs and sing when I wasn't doing pre-med stuff. So after college, I applied to med schools and did not want to go to medical school. I wanted to move to Nashville to be a country singer, and I spent 3 years in Nashville and played with my country band I put together, and I had an agent there, and somebody heard me sing, and they were like, "You should get this voice agent or this agent," and then they put me as a body double for some of the 10-year-old boys on one of the Ernest movies. You guys are too young. Ernest Goes to Camp, Ernest Saves Christmas.
Those are
There were all
classic.
these. Okay, well,
Josh knows. Josh knows.
Yeah.
when I was in the forest doing body double work for the boys on Ernest Goes to Camp, one of the moms said, "You should try cartoon voices." And I never even knew it was a thing. I was an actor, I was a singer, and all the singing gigs I got in Nashville were jingle gigs, singing like a kid.
Oh,
And there I
really?
was, 27, singing like a child. So I put together a quick demo, sent it to some directors back in LA, and they said, "Great voice, you got to move back to LA though, because everything's here."
Mm.
So I did. I moved back here, and I mean, I'm making the story very short, but I signed with a voice agent and started working 2 weeks later, and that was 35 years ago.
With your country band, did you only sing or did you play instruments as well?
I play guitar, I write songs, I sing, I arrange the harmonies, and I
Oh.
still am doing my country band today. It has a different iteration, but it's called Honey Pig. If you want to go on YouTube to Honey Pig Music or Instagram Honey Pig Music, you can see we're three married couples and we're all in the voice business. Well,
That's
one's
really
an
cool.
engineer at Warner Brothers and my husband's a retired software engineer, but the other singers are both voice actors and the percussion is voice actor. I don't know if you know Brenna Larson or Stephanie Sutherland or Andrew Russell. Andrew's in a show right now called Armosaurs on Disney Plus, and Brenna and I were in Care Bears together, and Stephanie Sutherland is on Genshin Impact and Polly Pockets. Anyway, we both all have a lot of credits, and we have so much fun in Los Angeles singing.
Do you guys ever go on tour or no?
No, we don't. We just
Oh.
play where it's convenient here in LA. March 22nd. I don't know when this is going to air. Our next is a farmer's market. But we just do it for
Oh.
fun. We love it. And I do kids music. I
That's
have
fun.
a YouTube channel called Debi Derryberry Kids. So it's DEBI Derryberry Kids. And it's all my kids' music with animated videos. In fact, you guys will like this little bit of trivia. One of my favorite songwriting partners is the guy who wrote the theme to JayJay the Jet Plane, Stephen Michael Schwartz.
Oh.
Yeah, we've written
Oh.
Scoops of Ice Cream, In the Arms of My Rocking Chair. You can see In the Arms of My Rocking Chair animated on my YouTube channel right now that I wrote with Stephen Michael Schwartz. Boy, the YouTube world, it's a whole
Yeah.
thing. So
Yeah.
I'm spending a lot of my time trying to figure it out. And this Friday, which is the 6th of March, I have a brand new video dropping that I think is going to be really great. It's my groovy version of The Wheels on the Bus, which
Ooh.
is it's a lot like, I don't know if you guys know that song, Mustang Sally.
Yeah.
Probably not. It's got a lot of Mustang Sally groove in it. It's a good, very fun song.
You have played some very impactful voices.
I think so.
Leapfrog. I mean, that helped me learn my ABCs. I mean, JJ the Jet Plane. You've done Jimmy Neutron. Which one, in your opinion, was the most impactful?
I guess it depends on who you're talking to, on who's listened to it. Like, for example, I just heard from you that Tad, and we learned it all here at the Talking Words Factory, that helped you with your ABCs. So that's really touching for me. But I was in Huntsville, Alabama for a convention last year,
Hmm.
and they have the most PhDs in rocket science of engineering in the country. And it's because that's where the rocket center is, where the science lab, the science center is.
Yeah.
And so all these people lived there who grew up watching Jimmy Neutron and wanting to be a rocket
Oh,
scientist.
wow.
And they came to my table at the convention. They were like, "You were my inspiration. I love Jimmy Neutron, and now I'm a rocket scientist here in Huntsville, Alabama."
Oh my.
So Jimmy Neutron was very impactful for them. And I have other characters that do the same thing. So again, it's a great question. Never had it before. But you know what? Where's my pretty things? Okay, you get a gold star.
All
for that
right.
question.
Oh my boy.
Here,
Righty.
you're getting your gold star.
Grab it. I'll
There,
grab it
take
in
it.
a virtual
Boom.
world.
There.
All
Josh
right.
gets a gold star for a great question.
Oh my.
Well done.
We talked about like impact. For you personally, who is your favorite character?
Yeah, I don't have a favorite. I love doing voiceover. There are some underdog that I think deserved a lot more than they got. There was a show called Tigtone that I did a few years ago on, I guess it was on Hulu from Titmouse, and I played Helpy. Helpy was the sidekick to Tigtone, and Helpy could take off his arms and legs and had, what do you call, appendages that grew back. And it was it was like Monty Python meets South Park. It was crazy fun show. And Tigtone was so cute. And I loved doing him. I loved Jimmy Neutron. I loved doing Tad because I got to sing. It's just the act of voiceover and acting is so pleasurable to me that I can't really say that I like one more than the other because they're all, it's like asking me who's my favorite kid.
With the leapfrog and the learning side and Jimmy Neutron with Nickelodeon, is the process very similar or is it different? Just in general, yeah, for finding the voice of Tad versus finding the voice for Jimmy Neutron.
So the actual process was the same. They are both pre-lay animation, so that is the same. And that means that we record the video before the animation's done. So we're not married to lip flaps like so much anime, where it's already made and you have to just match what's there. So both Leapfrog and Neutron were pre-lay animation, and we could have a lot of fun with it, which
Gotcha.
meant putting in, I remember Tad had a lot of giggles. Oh yeah! Oh, he'd do a lot of those giggles, and that's not scripted. And Jimmy Neutron as well had to react to a lot of things, and he had a lot of difficult lines. So I will say that Jimmy Neutron skewed a bit older because, he had all this rocket training and he was a scientist, as opposed to Tad, who had much more of a childhood innocence to him. So he didn't talk quite as eloquently as Jimmy Neutron. And there was a bit of a childhood excitement, which was different than Jimmy Neutron. But as far as the voice placement, they were in similar spots. I wrote a book called Voiceover 101, How to Succeed as a Voice Actor. It's on Amazon. In my book, I talk about where different voices live. Is it in your natural mouth spot? Is it in your nose? Is it up here in your eyes? Is it back in your nose where you have a cold? Or is it in your nose where it's nasally and sharp? Is it down here where it's kind of pushed down? So there's lots of different places for it to live. And Jimmy and Tad kind of live in the same place, which is off to the side of this area. I know it makes sense in my head. I don't know if it makes sense in anyone
That
else's.
makes total sense. Yeah. So with anime and doing a voiceover for foreign show, what's that process like?
How's the process different?
The process is different in that, now when you do the audition, I've never had an anime audition in person.
Oh.
We do the auditions from the booth. They send you a picture of the anime character.
Okay.
They send you general reference, which would be some of the character's lines, and sometimes they'll send you 3 or 4 different lines, and those lines in the other language, whether it's Japanese or whatever, and it'll give you a chance to hear the tone of that voice, even though you don't know the language. And that helps you to decide where the voice is gonna live.
Okay.
And so you find that placement, and then they tell you a little bit about the character's wants and needs and attitudes and relationships with who you're talking to. And that helps you create the personality and the mood, which you kind of want to match. In the audition, I sometimes add extra things because I want to get the job. After you get the job, then you're a little more married to the time. Like I did a job yesterday and I had, I don't know, 15 lines for this one character. And next to each set of lines, they'd say, each of these lines is 1 second long.
Oh,
Oh, and I did one and it was 1.5 seconds. I had to redo that line shorter. So it
oh,
was more about the time than the acting. Sometimes
that-
they'll say, we want it shorter and meaner, or we want it longer with a little more whimsical attitude. And that's different than, say, prelay animation like a Loud House or something, which we have a little more freedom.
do you prefer just, I guess, traditional voiceover versus dubbing because of
Um,
the less restrictions?
Um, no. I like them both. They are both challenging. I get to use my acting chops more in the prelay animation.
Mhm.
I get to use my OCD music dancing chops better in the anime because it's all about parroting and timing.
Do you ever watch your own shows ever?
Rarely. There's just so many of them out there that when I'm done for the day auditioning and working, I want to not talk. I want to go veg. I want to go or watch something that, can take me away from it all. But that being said, I am doing a series of TikTok videos with my friend Kelsey right now where we are actually watching Neutron videos and Monster High videos. And if you want, we can watch a JayJay the Jet Plane video and we're commenting. I don't know if you want to hop over to TikTok, you can see some of the videos that we're doing, but we're watching them.
We definitely need a JJ the Jet Plane reaction.
Okay.
Especially since we're trying to get a reboot going.
Let me just send a little message over to the social media team right now. JayJay,
Oh,
they want us TikTok watch. JayJay. Okay. There. Got it. In the queue.
is there ever a time when you're just flipping through the shows on the channel and then you just hear yourself and you're like, that sounds, wait, that's me. Is that ever, it's like,
No.
I don't even remember
Well,
voicing that.
I think back in the days where we flipped through channels, that might
Right.
have happened. But
Mm.
these days we don't have TV. We
Right.
just have our subscriptions, and we'll actually say, okay, what are we gonna watch? We'll go there. We'll watch it.
Right.
So we don't flip through channels anymore. But I do remember flipping through the radio of the kids station channels when my kid was little, and I'd hear my voice playing on the radio because they played my kids' songs, and I was so excited.
I heard that you also did the voices for the little green aliens in Toy Story. So,
I did the voice for one of them as
right.
a group in Toy Story 1, where they're in the
Right.
gumball machine, and it's the first time you see them, and they're going, pick me, the claw. So, I mean, it was just the beginnings of them,
Right.
Yeah.
And it
But
was me
still,
and a few other people, and you never know when something's gonna hit and just explode and be big. And now people I don't know, if all the stuff I did, they love that little part of Toy Story. I've done much bigger jobs. That character exploded.
Family quotes that all the time.
the claw?
Yeah, they'll be like, pick me, the claw.
Oh,
Pick me. Pick me. Yeah, I just got lucky, you guys. I work at it every day and I really love what I do, but there's a bit of good luck involved.
Oh, I bet.
who are some of your favorite people to work with?
Oh golly, I don't work with anybody anymore. Let's see.
Oh no.
Because we all work by ourselves now.
I did not know that. That you guys do virtual stuff. I thought they still did the traditional recording studios and stuff.
Sometimes they do, but I haven't had any full-on shows where they bring everybody in. I do it from here. But my favorite people to work with, and I have lots of people I've worked with in the past, E.G. Daly and Tara Strong and Candy Milo or Jeff Bennett, Rob Paulson. I love working with these people. I mean, pretty much everybody. Scotty Menville. I love to work with great voice actors, and I love our voiceover community. I can't remember the last time I've worked with somebody. That's why I like to go to conventions, because we get to see each other.
Oh, I bet. When you do have time to sit and relax, what do you usually do? Do you usually pick up a book or?
Oh, you're gonna think I'm weird. I go out and I pull weeds in the garden. I love to do that. Now it lets me talk to my friends on my phone while I'm weeding. See, what else do I do in my spare time? Watch TV. I love to watch my streaming shows at night after I'm exhausted and I'm like, I'm not ready to go to bed, but I'm finished working.
Random question. Who do you like playing more, heroes or villains?
Gosh, I think heroes, because villains, everybody hates you. But I'd play a villain. I was thinking about that when I was auditioning for one the other day. I'm like, Debbie, you never book villains. just I'm not mean.
If you were to voice a villain, what would it sound like?
It would probably be an old grandma witchy witch villain.
Oh
like
my
that.
gosh.
So at conventions, what is one character that they're like, this is my favorite character that you played, that you're like, huh, I never would have thought of somebody telling me that.
Sometimes they'll come to my table and they'll go, "We loved you in this game." And I'm like, "What? I don't even remember that." I mean, I've been doing this for 30 years, longer than you guys have been alive. Think of all the things that have happened in your life. Think of all the breakfasts you've had. Which is your favorite one? Which one is memorable? So there's a lot of that where people will find characters. And of course, I can't even remember them now. Oh, Clay. People loved Clay, who was the host of Playhouse Disney.
Hi, I'm Clay. Can't wait for the day when you and I can play. It's true.
This little yellow ball of clay. Hold on, I'm gonna go show it to you. 1 second. This is
Oh.
actually made of clay, and they gave him to me from the shoot, and he's still soft. 20 years later, this is clay.
Oh my goodness.
He's wrapped in cellophane. Is that nuts?
And you still have it. That's so much fun.
So with Comic-Con again, what is one of the most memorable gifts?
Gosh, let's see. I've got embroidery hoops of Jimmy Neutron
Oh,
and clay.
wow.
And sometimes people will give me artwork. And this one girl brought me this beautiful piece of Monster High Dracula art. And I commissioned it. It was her first commission as an artist. It is my top selling Dracula picture. And I got it in
Wow.
11 by 17. So that was really special. Look at just some of this stuff. Somebody made me this Dracula Lego Smash Melt thing. And then somebody drew this cute thing that was an alien. It goes on like this, you guys. I have like piles. So yeah, there's a ton of stuff, and sometimes people bring me things that are too big for me to take home. We travel with suitcases and everything's packed just right. So yeah, I can't take much home.
Do you have any like last minute plugs that you would like to tell?
I did want to share one thing with you
Yes.
that we didn't talk about, which is, I don't know if you watched that movie Free Willy.
Uh-huh.
I'm a scuba diver, and they needed a short scuba diver to be a body stunt double to ride that whale for the boy. So I was the body stunt double for the boy in Free Willy. So
Oh my goodness.
whenever he's on the whale, it was me.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. It's been forever since I've seen that movie. I need to watch that now with the knowing
I
that.
want to
That's
say
so
it's
fun.
been a lot, like, is it 40 years or something?
Yeah.
I've been doing voiceover for 40 years? Oh, I guess it's longer than 35. You said, are there any last minute plugs? If anyone
Yes.
wants to get into voiceover, Voiceover 101 by Debi Derryberry is on Amazon. I'd love for people to go to Debi Derryberry Kids and subscribe to my kids channel. That would mean a lot. And write letters to Paramount and tell them you want Jimmy Neutron to come back.
Our fans have heard it. We need to bring back JayJay the Jet Plane
Yes.
and Jimmy Neutron.
I like this.
That's me.
There's a call to action at the end of this podcast. That makes me fun.
Call to action. I love it.